I recognize the member from Hennepin, the author of the bill, Representative Dean, to explain the bill.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and thank you, members. House File 3068 is response to what we did back in 2016. I know that many of you were here when we voted to change our presidential nomination process from a presidential straw ballot at caucuses into a presidential national primary. And we did that primarily because in 2016, we had many people standing out in the cold in order to go and voice their preference within both parties. This wasn't a Republican issue. This wasn't a Democratic issue. This was an issue that we had developed a system, and the excitement around the presidential straw poll on caucus night was very, very large. And as a result of that, we passed a presidential national primary law, and what we did was, and I know that not everybody here voted for that, some of those folks that were here in 2016, but what we ultimately did is we made it so that when individuals would vote in that presidential national primary, in which the state would actually conduct the election, we made it so that they would have to select a particular ballot for a particular party and then vote that way. And many of you have probably heard from your constituents. I've heard from many of my constituents about their concern, because we learned eventually that the national parties had what's called a recordation requirement. And that means an official record of who voted and what party they voted for. That caused a lot of concerns for a lot of people. And in last year, we also learned that there was some additions made to that law that made it so that the information of who voted for what party would actually go to all the major parties. I think that most of us, when we voted back in 2016, we made the assumption that that information would only go to the party in which we voted for. But last year, in closing of conference committee reports, it was clarified that actually that information would go to everybody. So this bill really does three main things. One is it requires the information that is collected through the voting process with the Secretary of State's office to actually provide that information to the political parties, those individuals and the parties from which they chose to vote. The second thing this bill does is it actually clarifies what the parties can actually do with that information. And that's a critical thing, because without this bill, in essence, the party can do whatever they want with that information. And I don't know about you folks, but I've been out knocking doors, and when you ask people which party they voted for, they sort of look at you like, well, that's private. I'm not going to tell you who I vote for. I mean, we've all seen it, probably both sides. So this was in response to that. In addition to that, for those individuals that are very concerned about their data and their party affiliation being available to the parties and the opportunity that that may be misused, we also included in here a clause that allows those individuals to opt out of their data being collected. In other words, you can sign a form that will say that your information from the Secretary of State will not be included in the data set that will go to the parties. And that's in essence what this bill is doing. It's trying to solve that problem that when we created the presidential and national primaries, there were some things that allowed that data to not be as secure as I think most voters would want that data to be.